Today we are going to discuss about the quantitative studies, the major steps of the quantitative study. In quantitative studies, mainly it involves the activities with the strong conceptual and intellectual element. It is a creativity or deductive reasoning or grounding in existing research evidence, the topic of the interest. Mainly the main steps of the quantitatives. Actually, this phase is divided into 5 types. First one, the conceptual phase. Second phase, the design and planning phase. Third one, empirical phase. Fourth one, the analytical phase. And fifth one is the dissemination phase. We'll see one by one which all of them will come under this one. First one is the conceptual phase. In conceptual phase, first one, formulating and delimiting the problems. In conceptual phase, first one is the formulating and delimiting the problems. Next one, review the related literature. Next one, under the conceptual phase only, undertaking clinical fieldwork, defining the framework or development, conceptual definition, formulating hypothesis. Next one, in phase 2, the design and planning phase. The design and planning phase. First one, research design. Next one, developing protocol for the intervention. Third one, identifying the population. Next one, designing the sampling plan. Next one, method variable. And next one, subject or designing the sampling plan. Next one is the empirical phase. In empirical phase, mainly divided into 2 types. First one is the collecting the data, and next one, the preparing the data for analysis. First one in empirical phase, first one the collecting the data, and next one preparing the data for analysis. Next one is the analytical phase. In analytical phase also divided into 2 sections. First one, analyzing the data, and next one is the interpreting the result. Analyzing the data and interpreting the result. And next one is the dissemination phase. Here it will come the first one is the communicating the findings. Second one is the utilizing the findings in practice. Dissemination phase, first one is the communicating the findings, and next one is the utilizing the findings in practice. So which are the phase we have discussed now? First one, the conceptual phase. In this conceptual phase, it will come the formulating and delimiting the problem. Then next one, review the related literature. Third one, undertaking clinical fieldwork. Fourth one, defining the framework and developing conceptual frame definition. Fifth one, formulating hypothesis. This all 5 content will come under the conceptual phase. Second one is the design and planning phase. First one, selecting the research design. Then next one, developing protocol for the intervention, identifying the population, designing the sampling plan. Next one, specifying method to measure variable. Next one, developing method to safeguard human and animal rights. Then review and finalize the research plan. In empirical phase, it divided into 2 types, collecting the data and preparing the data for analysis. In analytical phase, it divided into 2 types. First one is analyzing the data, and next one is the interpreting the result. And last one is the dissemination phase, mainly 2 types, communicating the findings and utilizing the findings in practice. We'll see each one of them very detailed. First one, in conceptual phase. First one is a formulating and delimiting the problems, or we can tell the identifying the research problems. How we can identify the research problem? What about your suggestion? How we can identify the research problems? What are the things we need to keep in mind? Actually, whenever we are starting the identifications or we are going to take any of the problems, in our mind we should have the broad concept about the which topic we are going to select. The broad topic area, broad concept we need. And we need to also focus in which all of the areas is maybe the hidden content, or which all of them was poorly understood, or which all of them area have the little known, which are the how still not done any research. These areas if we focus, actually that research will be more useful, because sometime whenever we are doing the research sorry, we'll do the common things. We'll search which are the literature will be available in more, or which are the content will be. Actually, whenever we are doing the actual research, the poor knowing things or little known things, poor research methods, design, these all things we need to selection. And another one, it should be answer to the questions, and it's also the broad initial questions that allow the focus to sharpen and delineate it more clearly on the study to underway. The broad initial questions, when our mind should be kept that broad questions, how, when, how, this, what are the things we need to do, what is the benefit they'll get, how we can connect it, in our topic to this one, what benefit they will get. This everything should be kept whenever we are doing the research. Is it possible to complete? Is it possible to meet that resources? What all of them chanced that financial needs, everything we should be kept in mind. Then only will be start to do, or then only will be select the research problems. So first one is the formulating and delimiting the problems. Next one, doing literature review. This is the one of the important, the previous knowledge. Understand what is already known about the topic. Here we are focusing the value of doing upfront literature reviews. In if we are coming to the qualitative, there is a lot of differences, but here we are focusing on the that already known the studies, or we can tell the what is a participant view about this study, how the participant will be do this research study, or if some of the have already done, whenever we are going to do any one new work, we'll ask some of them who have the already experience, or who are the how successful in that area previously, right? That same things we are doing here also. There is a different type of literature methods that we'll discuss in very detail in that discussion time. But here what we are doing, the basic concept of review the related literature, how others is follow one case or that same case, what are the method they are used, what are the tools they are used, how they done study, how much time it taken. This very detailed knowledge will get. Surely, I think it will be helpful us. If we whenever we are doing some new things, if someone will help us, what is our uh, how it will be useful for us. That same we are going to be apply in this literature. So two things should be kept in mind in conceptual phase. First one is a formulating and delimiting problem, and second one is the review the related literature. Okay, thank you.